this is Harry from Optimized Gaming 27, and today has been a pretty big day in the video game world because the Xbox One has been announced. This is Microsoft's next-gen console. Sony's PS4 has already been announced, and today they announced the Xbox One. So today, in this episode, I'm just going to go over with you everything that we heard today at their conference, talk to you all about it, and yeah, so it's going to be called the Xbox One. And it has an 8-core CPU. It's a B3D 11.1 chip with 32 megabytes embedded memory. That's its graphics processor. It has Bluray now, which is really cool because that was Sony's thing, but now they both have it, so that's really neat. I like that. And it's not backwards compatible, which is bad, so keep your Xbox 360s and your Xbox if you still have them. It is backwards compatible, won't work. It has a 500 gigabyte hard drive, though it mainly uses cloud storage, so don't really see the big need for the huge hard drive now, but I guess that might come into play. I don't know. You can now Skype on Xbox, which is pretty cool. They said that they're going to do a lot more emphasis on multitasking. I really find that neat. I like it, because Microsoft said, like, say if you're loading in a game, like say if you're waiting to get put into a lobby, you can just go have like half your screen just show like TV while the other one is loading your game, so you can watch TV while it's loading. It's a lot of multitasking. That's really cool. You can also connect your cable or satellite box to your Xbox. It allows you to watch live TV. I think that's pretty cool also, getting to watch some live TV. I mean, they still have things like Netflix and Hulu, stuff like that, but I think it's cool that you actually get to watch some live TV. I also like the way all new achievements can be added at any time on Xbox. I really, really like that because previously on the Xbox 360, it was where you only got new achievements during DLCs DLCs. And this way you'll be getting tons more achievements you can try and go for. I really, really like that because I am a huge fan of trying to get them achievements, so I really enjoy that. And also, gamer score will carry over onto the next Xbox One. So all your Xbox 360 gamer score that you've amassed over the years, that will go onto your Xbox One. So that'll be really cool. And yeah, you can multitask easier. And I'm going to go back again to the Blu-ray because I really, really like that. I think that's amazing because we use Blu-rays at our house. We use Blu-rays, we watch movies on Blu-ray, and I don't have many DVDs, so I can't watch DVDs on my Xbox 360. An HD DVD, that's not there anymore. So Blu-rays are the only way to go. And now that the Xbox One has Blu-ray, I think that's really, really neat. I enjoy that. I think that's going to be great. I like the CPU. I like the memory. I also like how it has 8 gigs of RAM. That's really good. That's almost double of the Xbox 360. So that's something really, really good. And the controller. The controller I'm having sort of mixed feelings about. I mean, I haven't used it, so this is all just from images and video of it. But the look is kind of throwing me off a little bit. I like that just classic Xbox feel. The Xbox 360, not the Xbox. The Xbox, I just liked how that looked. It just looks a little odd, but I'm really glad. Some of the good things they did is it's an integrated battery compartment, so there's no more bulky thing on the back. It's integrated inside of it, so there's not going to be any bulky thing sticking out of the back. And it's going to have an improved D-pad. It's called the Precision D-pad. I think that's good because Xbox 360 had a pretty bad D-pad. It was pretty bad. And then here's something I'm not really sure about they added on to the controller. There is no starter back button like we're used to seeing on the Xbox 360. What looks like to be an app switching button and maybe a menu button. I'm not really certain, but that's what the controller has, because whenever you look at the controller where you would see the back and menu, you don't see that anymore, so that's strange. I hope those are going to be some useful buttons that we're really going to like. I think that's cool. And then for the games that are going to be released this year, the first year that it's out, there will be 15 exclusives. The Xbox One will have 15 exclusives, including 8 new franchises. 8 brand new franchises that will be Xbox exclusive, and one of which is Quantum Break, my bad. And you already saw some gameplay of that. It's by the people who made Max Payne and Alan Wake, so that should be really cool, and Ghosts, Call of Duty Ghosts, and some other stuff. I just really find that neat. So, I'm going to go summarize pretty much everything that I said and what I think about the Xbox One. So it has 8 gigs of RAM, 8 core. Let's see, we got that Bluray, the B3D 11.1 chip with 32 embedded memory for our graphics processor. It runs on Windows 8. I actually did forget to tell you guys that, but yeah, it runs on Windows 8. That is a downside for me because I really dislike Windows 8. It's buggy, it's glitchy. I don't really like it. I don't like the flow. I like Windows 7 and XP much, much better. So it's running on Windows 8. It's not backwards compatible. It has a 500 gigabyte hard drive. It can connect to your cable or satellite box. I like that. You can Skype on your Xbox. New achievements can be added at any time. Gamer score will carry over. You can multitask easier. The controller has an improved D-pad, an integrated battery pack, and there's 2 new mysterious buttons which will hopefully be very helpful and useful. And the Xbox is going to get 15 exclusives by the end of the year, and that's really cool. So my personal highlights of this whole thing is I like the CPU, like the RAM, like the Blu-ray, like the graphics processor. I like a lot of it, other than the look of the controller and the look of the console itself. It's not really the look of the console. The console looks okay, but it just reminds me of a DVR so much, like a DirecTV or a Dish satellite. It just looks exactly like that big black box. So it's just kind of throwing me off. And the controller, it just doesn't look right, but it most likely will feel pretty good. So I have good hopes for the controller. Like the way I was getting a bunch of exclusives by the end of its first year. I really like that. Like the way you can Skype on it now. The new Connect 2.0 looks pretty cool. Overall, I really like it. Right now, I would give it an 9 out of 10. The reasons that it's 9 and not 10 is because the controller, I'm not really sure about. I don't like how it runs on Windows 8. I just don't like that. That's just me. And I don't like how it's not I don't like how it's not backwards compatible, because I love my 360 games. I have tons, and I really enjoy playing them, but I can't, so I'm going to have to keep my 360, and then I'll have to be changing inputs, and it sounds kind of lazy, but I just would rather be able to play everything on one Xbox. So I'll have my 360 and my Xbox One. So yeah, that's everything right now that we know for the Xbox One. Whenever we get more news, I will make sure to post another video updating you guys on it. And yeah, so for all things related to Xbox One and gaming, make sure to check out Optimized Gaming 27. Make sure to like, subscribe, favorite, and share.